have a pet peeve. Well, I have one. I have a pet peeve about people throwing trash out into the environment frivolously, especially when they do it from their car. That's my beef, my pet peeve. And I want to share that with you, and I want to share some ideas of how that you as an individual can help to save the environment, the ecosystem, and the planet with just one simple little trick. I feel it's something I should share with you, and it's something that could be helpful to everyone. So, before we get into that, I'm going to go into a little something I saw the other day. So, I'm in an apartment complex, and my window from the kitchen faces across the street, the parking lot area. And I just happened to be in there, cutting up some veggies for dinner, and I saw these, I call them kids because they're half my age. They're probably millennials, you know what I mean, in their early 20s. So they pull up across the street from my car, and they get out of the car, and and all of a sudden, I'm just nonchalantly doing my thing in the kitchen. Then I notice this guy. He goes into the back seat of the car. He takes this piece of trash, and instead of walking, 10 steps to his apartment to put it in a trash dispenser, his trash can, right? He just takes it and throws it out in the parking lot. And it was a windy day. And I'm thinking, really? Like, you just did that? You just nonchalantly took that piece of trash, threw it out into the parking lot where it's going to blow all over the place, possibly across the street into my portion of my yard, and just mess up Mother Nature. Nothing gets me so pissed off than that. And then you think to yourself, well, I'm going to give these kids the benefit of the doubt. Maybe either they were raised that way, their parents taught them to just take trash and throw it out, right? Nobody ever said anything about, hey, hang on to that, throw it in the trash can when we get there. Or, they don't care, they're ignorant to what that one piece of trash does to the environment. Because, I was thinking, let me do a little research on this. I went online the other day. I was curious to see how long it took for a plastic bag, the kind that you usually get at the grocery store, and then you just toss it away, right? After you take your things home. How long does it take that one plastic bag, if it was thrown out on the ground in Mother Nature, to biodegrade? And do you know that it was up to 1,000 years? What? 1,000 years, roughly, for that one piece of trash, that plastic bag, whatever, to disintegrate into the planet, which is way after you're long dead and gone. So you think to yourself, well, what do I care? I'm not going to be around in 1,000 years, right? That's probably what a lot of these kids think. The point is, if everybody had that mentality, just think in 1,000 years how much trash would be all over the ground. How much it would clutter these plants behind me and all the living creatures that rely on these plants. I know we're on top of the food chain, but think about it. The ecosystem is so fragile, and it can start from the very bottom where you throw the bag on the ground and you mess up something, some kind of something in the eco-environment that trickles up the food chain to your mouth. And that's how it's going to affect you. And if it doesn't get you in your time that you're on this planet, it's going to get the next generation. And then there won't be a planet. I mean, I personally love this place. Like, this is my home. This is Mother Earth. You know, I don't want to damage her any more than she's already damaged. So, here's my tip. If you find yourself doing that, like maybe you don't really think about the consequences, and you find yourself like maybe unwrapping a piece of gum or a piece of candy in your car, right? And you just have this little plastic wrapper and you don't want to be bothered with it. So what do? You roll down the window a little bit and you whoop, throw it out the window, right? If you could just be consciously aware and say, no, I'm going to save that piece of plastic in my console of my car, and A, I'm either going to get to a place that has a trash can and I'm going to throw it away, or B, when I get home, it's going in my trash can, right? This way it doesn't end up on the ground in these plants and keeps away from the ecosystem. Or, if you can't remember that because, you know, come on, let's face it, old habits die hard, right? Here's a nice little trick for you. See this bag? This is the plastic bag that you usually get from Walmart, grocery store. After you bring your things home, empty it, take this empty bag and put it right back in your car. In fact, if you have a way of somehow hooking it, you know, maybe on the door or just somewhere in your car where it's open like this, see? It's open like that. Then you have a trash bag. So, if you can't remember to save the piece of trash that you're going to throw out the window, then you can just put it in the plastic bag, which is in the car right in front of your face, right? That's all you have to do. And then the next thing you know, when it gets full, you tie the bag together and you throw it away in the trash can either where you're going or at your house. My little thingy came off. So anyway, that's my tip to you. And I think that's a very doable tip. And it's something that I've practiced. Of course, I've been so conscious about trash that I don't even need to technically bring a bag into my car. All I have to do is remember to save it. You know, women, we carry purses. If you're a woman, you can stick it in your purse. There's your trash bag. You get to a trash dump, throw it away. You get home, throw it away. It's as simple as that. And you think, well, okay, so I start doing this. How can little old me make a difference? I'm just one person. How does this change the planet? How can I make a difference in the world by starting this new habit? Well, let's say that you have friends and you have family and they ride in the car with you, right? You don't even have to explain yourself. Like, you literally do not have to say why you're holding the trash. You don't even have to explain about this bag being in your car, unless they ask. All you have to do is just demonstrate what you're doing with that piece of trash, that you're throwing it in this bag in your car. And when you see your friend or your loved one doing the same thing, they're getting ready to unwrap a piece of candy or something, getting ready to throw it, and we say, oh, no, just throw it in the trash bag. That's it. That's it. And then once you get in the habit, they watch you and your actions, then they start getting in the habit and they start taking it home to their friends and family. Well, then it's a ripple effect. It just spreads. It spreads. And then more people are more consciously aware of throwing their trash in where it should be instead of on the ground where it shouldn't be. And that's all you got to do. And that's how you can make a difference. Think about it. Think about it. So anyway, I hope you found this useful. And if you did and you want to learn more life tips, I'll have a video coming up next that you can click on. And you know, it's if you're serious, if you're really serious about making a change for yourself, setting a new way of living for your friends and family, and making a difference in this world. And I just want you to be who you are, and I want you to be consciously aware of how you can make small little changes in your life to actually save this planet and help the next generation. Okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.